What does sovereignty mean to you? This is a question that I ask my clients a lot. What is it that you want the most? And the answer I get almost all the time is freedom. Freedom is so important to me. And that makes sense. I work with entrepreneurs, I work with coaches who are working from home virtually so that they can have freedom. But freedom runs so much deeper than that, and sovereignty runs so much deeper than that. I used to be beholden to my to-do list, that I couldn't be free until I got that list done. I couldn't step away from my computer until I got all of those things done. I couldn't have emotional freedom because I had too many things to do and I would feel my feelings afterwards. I didn't have freedom in my relationships because I was obligated to make sure that their needs were taken care of before mine. I didn't have freedom financially because I needed to work harder. I needed to constantly make sure that I was disciplined and focused and getting shit done. And it created all this codependency, all this control, and I didn't have true freedom, even though I was working from home. And I don't mind the banging in the background. My kittens are going a little crazy today. All is well. So this freedom, I love that my kittens are mirroring what freedom and sovereignty really is. To be able to play, to be able to be in this life experience and building a business and still be free. Free to play, free to do what you wish, free to move about the world in the way that is most expressive for you, free from obligation. I think that's the biggest one, being free from your to-do list, that you don't have to get it all done, that you can go and feel your feelings and go on an adventure and go play and shake off all those shackles of obligation and really just go and live your life. We don't become coaches and entrepreneurs so that we can be tied to our desk. We become coaches and entrepreneurs because we want to create impact and income for ourselves so that we can live our lives. I think one of my biggest things in developing and creating my own extraordinary life is I always think, if I were to land in my deathbed tomorrow, would I regret the decisions that I made today, or would I admire the decisions that I made today? And to me, that's the key. Because if I were to admire the decisions I made to me today, then that means that I am sovereign, that I am free to choose how I'm experiencing this life, that it's not because I am obligated to someone else. I'm not obligated to someone else's dream. I'm not obligated to get the things done on the to-do list. I can choose. Now, I can also choose to get the things done on the to-do list. That's part of the choice. But I'm coming at it from a place of I get to, not I have to. And that's what true sovereignty really is. So I ask you, if freedom and sovereignty are important to you, do you have it? Are you unapologetic in the choices that you're making for yourself? Are you an overgiver and an over-deliverer in your business? I know I used to be, and so many of the coaches that I work with do this too, because we just want to be of service and we just want to give. And the coaching industry has taught us to give free value, to give free coaching, to just give and give and give. But my curiosity lies in, how do you get paid if you are offering free coaching? This is a mistake that I made in the beginning of my business as well. Is I thought, if I go out and showcase my coaching skills for free, then people will want to come and work with me. And although there is some validity to that in learning your coaching style, learning how you show up for your clients, those kinds of things can be really supportive in the beginning. But there's a line where you need to draw that free coaching needs to stop. The over delivery needs to stop. The giving and giving and giving and people pleasing and rescuing needs to stop. I know that you care. I know that you want to be of service. And yet, if you are not grounded in your own value and how you show up and your purpose, then you end up over delivering to the point where you are being detrimental to your own well-being, detrimental to your bank account, detrimental to your health, and you're just not taking care of you. It's one thing to be a giver so long as you are receiving. It's another to give and give and give and give and never receive. I think this is really important to talk about in the coaching industry, because many business coaches, business strategists out there say, give it all away, and then people will come and they will resonate with you. And that's simply not how it works. If you are a transformational coach, the magic happens behind the scenes with your clients doing the deep inner work, not on social media with your free content and what you're putting out there. Now, yes, you want to be posting free content and sharing and offering stories and resonating with your clients. Yes, but don't give them your coaching strategies or don't offer free coaching in order to get clients. That's not how it works. And you are devaluing yourself by doing this. Now, there is one caveat to this, because with free coaching, there can be some benefits to it in the beginning. So if you are a new coach or you're wanting to become a coach and you've never done it before, it can be very helpful to begin with free coaching so that you can learn your style, you can learn your voice, you learn how you mirror to other people, you learn how you push buttons and bring the truth to the forefront and help your clients. So that can be very useful in the beginning, but there is a very strong line in the sand. And you will know, you will feel it when you are ready, when it's ready and it's time to be done with free coaching. I am a strong advocate for no free coaching in this industry, that if you are solid in your value, you know that there must be an energetic exchange, whether that energy exchange be financial or it be a trade in services or some other level of commitment. But your clients need to have some sort of skin in the game. Otherwise, the transformation doesn't occur. The transformation with your client begins the moment there is an energetic exchange. So for example, if you are charging your clients, which I hope you are, then the moment that they pay is the moment that the transformation begins. That exchange of dollars for service is not just, here's some money for you to do this thing. That's not it. There's so much more under the surface in the unseen of the energy behind it. There is an investment. And that investment is crucial to transformation. So no more free coaching. Be grounded in who you are. Be grounded in your value. Be grounded in the giving and receiving, and not over-delivering, not burning yourself out, not people-pleasing, not giving it all away, not keeping the peace because you just want to help people. Be solid in your value and be willing to charge what you're worth, what working with you is worth, because there is a very solid investment there that is a requirement for the transmutation. Are you ready for your leap into extraordinary? Or does fear and indecision still hold you back? Now, it's okay to be afraid. Every human being on the planet experiences fear. It's okay to have moments of indecision. And yet there comes a time when it's time to just leap, to just trust yourself, that you know enough to move forward and be this extraordinary coach, create this extraordinary life for yourself, and truly be sovereign and free. Financially, emotionally, mentally, you name it. So my question lies in, are you caught up in the emotional drivers of, oh my God, what if I'm not good enough? And maybe it's not perfect. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. I'm worried my client's not getting the transformation. Or are you using frequency to drive yourself forward? By choosing the frequency of success, choosing the frequency of value and wealth, choosing the frequency of being worthy, choosing the frequency of creativity. What are you choosing to work with? Or are you choosing to be at the whim of your emotions? Human beings experience emotion all the time. That's just how we are. We can experience the full spectrum of emotion. And in fact, we are designed to. We are designed to feel anxiety and stress and worry. And we're also designed to experience peace, ease, joy, bliss, ecstatic, you name it, the full spectrum. Here's the kicker, though, it's your decision what you experience. And if you find yourself at the whim of your mind and the worry and the anxiety, and you're at the whim of the emotions of fear and indecision, and you're not quite sure how to move forward, it's time to start playing with frequency and invite in, what does wealth feel like? What does value feel like? What does creative expression feel like? What does playfulness feel like, as my kittens are bouncing around in the background playing? There's a beautiful mirror in all of this. But it's important that we don't get trapped in our mind. And it's important that we are transmuting anything that's going on in our mind into something else. Just like water. Water is the perfect example of transmutation. It's always becoming something else. We know energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but when we have this energy of anxiety or stress or worry or indecision, and we get caught up in it, it feels like we're at the whim of it. And then we just spin and spin and spin. No actions are ever taken. We start asking all of our friends, what should I do? I don't know what to do. And then we don't move forward. So just like water, it's ice, it's then water, it's a liquid, and then it turns into a gas. You have the power to change the energy of anxiety into something else. So be like the water and transmute. If you feel the anxiety coming in, acknowledge the anxiety. Hello, I see you. Yes, you're there. And I am choosing the frequency of creative expression. And so I'm choosing to move that anxiety into something that wants to be moved out into creativity, whether that be writing, dancing around the living room, punching your pillow, going for a walk out in nature, spending time with your crazy animals, whatever it might be. The moment you choose to transmute the energy, it begins to move. And then you call in the frequencies of that which you wish to experience, wealth, value, playfulness, whatever. And you use that to drive yourself forward. You use that to create the sales page or post the content on social media or make the call or do the outreach to ask somebody to come work with you. And instead of being caught in the fear of, oh, I don't know, what if they say no, and I'm not sure, and maybe I don't know enough to coach this person, you can then use that frequency as your driver forward, take the leap, and do it anyway. So it's not just about feeling the emotional state of the fear, the anxiety, the doubt, the happiness, the bliss, whatever. It's about consciously using the energy available within you to move your actions forward, to be decisive, and to get things done and to take the leap on your extraordinary life and business. So playing with these energies, really pulling in these frequencies is the key to your success. If you don't know how to do that, reach out to me. I can help. What relationships are you most focused on? Are you focused on the ones where you are codependent, needing to fix things, needing to make sure there's all this drama, needing to navigate the drama? Or are you focused on the relationship with your higher self and letting go of all that codependency? Now, by relationships, I also mean your relationship with your money, your relationship with your career and your purpose expression, your relationship with other people, your relationship with your clients. I see this happen all the time in the coaching industry. especially with us spiritual coaches, we just love to give and we want to be of service. And so we become a little caught up in the drama of trying to rescue our clients. As our clients are going through the deep inner work, it's easy to think, oh, well, I need to help them. I need to give them more. I need to support them with this meditation and this tapping thing and this Reiki thing. And I need to make sure that I'm connecting with them every day and check in with them and offer them extra free sessions. And no. Here's the thing. We must make the relationship with ourselves and our higher connection the most important. When we make that a priority, all of the other relationships in our life fall into place. All of a sudden, our money relationship improves. Our career relationship improves. Even our relationship with our to-do list improves. Our relationship with our significant others, with our clients, they all improve when we focus on the relationship with ourselves. So what do I mean by that? Well, there is a definite marker where we must be focused on, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? What is it that I want to experience? Am I consciously choosing to experience that? Noticing not just your strengths and your skills and all of the things that you are really good at doing, but also noticing your shadows and being willing to acknowledge them and face them, of not shoving things under the carpet and pretending that they don't exist, but really just facing all of the pieces of you. And calling in the frequency of you, because you're more than just this body that you move about the world in. You're so much more than that. I love that my kitten literally just went under the carpet, like he's pretending he doesn't exist. So we need to focus on this relationship with ourselves. And the fastest way to do this is to close your eyes and invite in the truth of you and spend time feeling that every day. And then spend time in reflection, contemplation, journaling, meditation, whatever tool you want to use to explore your inner landscape and inviting in your higher self, not your ego and the ego thinking this and that's got to be right and I need to prove myself and all of those things, but really connecting with that part of you that knows what's best for you. And in doing that, you start saying no more often. You stop rescuing other people. You stop trying to rescue yourself. You no longer play the victim. You stand strong in who you are. And you no longer need validation from outside of yourself. You don't go looking for love in all the wrong places. You don't go looking for the recognition, the fame, the vanity metrics, the social media likes. Did anybody read my post? You simply show up as you, and you express yourself from that place, and the codependency falls apart. And then your relationship with money improves, and you start making more money as a coach. Your relationship with social media improves because you're not on it all the time looking for, did this person like it? And I need to make sure that I comment on everybody's stuff and I need to check it all the time. You can go into social media and do your thing and get out. You're no longer dependent on social media being the only tool available in your business. You become braver. You go out to networking events and you can speak and you can go to public speaking events. You become more brave, more courageous, because you're not needing anybody else to approve of you, because your approval is the only one that matters. So it's all about focusing on the right relationship, and the right relationship is the one you have with you. Are you ready to take your truth to its next highest expression? As we explore being a spiritual coach, a spiritual entrepreneur, and wanting to be of service and wanting to provide value, wanting the world to be a better place, wanting more love in the world and more freedom, wanting the world to just do better, it can be easy to get caught up in, well, I shouldn't have this ambition. I shouldn't have this dream. But deep down inside, you do have the dream. and you do have the ambition, and you do want the dollars in your bank account and the trips around the world or whatever, the cabin in the woods, whatever it is that you want, you get to be ambitious about that. And you get to dream about it and envision it and take action upon it. And there is nothing wrong with taking action. Sometimes it can be easy to think, well, if I'm just going to manifest it, then all I need to do is visualize it and attract it. And I will then meditate. And one day, if I'm lucky, maybe the universe will hand it to me on a silver platter. Doesn't work that way. You know, the book, The Secret, the movie, The Secret, it taught us a lot about that universal law of attraction, but it missed out on several other laws that are important. Taking action is also important. If you have a deep inner truth, there's something that you desire to experience, whatever it may be, you get to experience your extraordinary. For me personally, there are things that I want in my life, and there is dollars I want in my bank account. There are trips that I want to experience. There are relationships I want to experience. And in that, I am not ashamed to go after it. I am not apologizing for my desires and my truth. I want it more than anything else. And I think about it and I dream about it and I visualize about it and I call it in and I magnetize it and I attract it and I take action upon it. There is so much in the unseen world that needs to be done. So much. We need to be in that visualization and attraction and magnetization and frequency upgrading, but we also need to take action. There is a seen and unseen world. And although 99.99999% of it is the unseen world, there is still 0.01% to do in the material. And it's okay to want money. It's okay to want a flashy car. It's okay to want a cabin in the woods. And you get to experience it. So instead of hiding behind the facade of a spiritual coaching practice where I'm not supposed to want things, I'm not supposed to have these material pleasures that I want to experience. Instead, let's just admit the truth that we are human beings here on this planet, in this 3D world, and there are things that we want to experience in this 3D world. I don't know about you, but I really love this 3D world. I also love the unseen world, but I really love this world, and I choose to play in it. And so I choose to be honest with what I want, radically honest, and I choose to go after it unapologetically, unashamedly, because it's what I want. And I know that I get to experience what I want, and so do you. So get clear, be honest with yourself. What do you want? And then are you willing to go after it? To really step into the action of it, not procrastinating, not getting caught up in, well, what are people going to think? Be unashamed of what you want and experience it to its fullest. Are you building your dream? Are you in the foundation of your dream? Do you know what you want to experience? And are you going after it without any shame, blame, judgment, comparison, or anything else? Are you focused on your own experience and what you want to have? Or are you worried about what other people might think? Are you worried that you're maybe a little too caught up in how much money you want to experience? Are you worried that people will judge you for all the amazing trips you're going to go on? Or are you worried that it might take a little bit too much effort in this material world to get it done? It's easy to go sit out on the patio and meditate and not take action. It's easy to sit in the visualization and the dream of it and then not take action upon it. So the invitation here is, first, be unashamed of what you want and get very clear on what you want and be very honest with what you want for yourself. Whether that's a cabin in the woods off the grid or the fancy cars and the flights and the mansion, whatever you want is perfectly fine. Be unapologetic in that. but then also be willing to go for it, to not procrastinate, to not say, well, I'll do that when. It's like the expression of I'll be happy when this happens. I'll build my dream when I've got the money to build it. No, build it now. What are you waiting for? You're the only one who can create your dream. You're the only one who can build your business. You're the only one who can build your coaching practice. You're the only one who can support your clients in the magical way that you do. So what are you waiting for? You're the one who has the dream. You're the one who has these big desires and big goals for your life, for your business, and for your experience. So stop dawdling and go after it. Build it. Take the actions necessary. Not from a place of overwhelm and I've got to really focus on the material world and make sure. No, you're spending time visualizing, calling in the frequency, manifesting, and you're taking some action. One step at a time. What's the next thing I need to do to get this dream to come true? Maybe I'm going to do something brave and go to a networking event. Maybe I'm going to start committing to something more structured in my social media marketing. Maybe I'm going to commit to doing public speaking events. Maybe I'm going to be brave and go to that retreat. Maybe I'm going to be brave and start my own retreat and then do something about it. Don't live in the maybes. Don't live in the fear. Don't live in the one day. What I know from my own experience when my father passed away at the age of 16 is that we have a very limited amount of time on this planet and we don't know how much time it is. So do not wait to build your dream. Build it now, knowing that it is a marathon and not a sprint. You don't have to build it all today, but take some action. Just one action. Take a step forward. Be willing to stand up for your dream and what you want.